Hey, 144 kids, welcome to the recap where we review what we did, what you may have missed, and for all of us to learn together. Don't forget to sign up for more. Check out our merch store for one of these cool things and get down on to Bible Pathway Adventures. We have links below, and subscribe to be in the group, to be part of the gang, a sheep in the fold, you get the point. Enjoy, okay? All right, welcome back to our alphabet series. Today we are going over the letters Qoph and Resh. Guys, we're down to the last four letters of the alphabet series. If you've been paying attention the entire time, it's been awesome. Maybe we'll do a full compilation so we just have it all in order. But regardless, let's get into it. Starting with Qoph. Let's start with Qoph right now. All right, so take a look at this. We have Qoph. Let me make my head a little bit smaller. There we go. Right here to your left, we have the modern Hebrew symbol of this letter. Kind of looks like a P, like a cool, well-designed graphic design type of letter P, right? And then over here, we have a circle with a line going through it. And you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, right? It kind of looks like the sun on the horizon, the sun right behind the horizon. It's kind of why we put this picture up here. So this is what that letter looks like. So it's kind of cool when we look at the Hebraic pictograph version of these letters because it has its own meaning of its own. That might help us understand the context of scripture or where it's used a little bit better. So this is Qoph. Let's see what else we can learn about this letter. Let's jump straight to what David has to say about this letter. It's in Psalms 119, and we're focusing on verses 145 down to 152, right? So let's read it together. This is what David says about this letter. It starts with 145. Sorry, I left the one off. With my whole heart, I cry, answer me, O Yah. I will keep your statutes. I call to you, save me, that I may observe your testimonies. I rise before dawn and cry for help. I hope in your words. My eyes are awake before the watches of the night, that I may meditate on your promise. Hear my voice according to your steadfast love, O Yah. According to your justice, give me life. They draw near who persecute me with evil purpose. They are far from your law. But you are near, O Yah. All your commandments are true. Long have I known from your testimonies that you have found them forever. Remember, we were talking about this letter. Qoph has the symbol of the sun behind the horizon. And sure enough, verse 147 and 148 kind of mention that, right? It kind of shows it right here. It says, rise before the dawn and cry for help. Before your word, I hope in your word. So rising before the dawn, that's that sunrise, right? My eyes are awake before the watches of the night, that I may meditate on your promise. But 147 kind of gives a hint and kind of like that play on words, talking about the symbol of this letter, which I think is super, super cool. All right. Now, also, this is something that we should have been putting in videos before, but we can have this in the description below. If you want to take Psalms 119, we have a nice fill in the blank cool activity that you can download using the link in the description, right? And right here are all of the fill in letters. But if you go back, you can see these highlighted words are the fill in the blanks from the scripture. And it also has the acrostic that we're going to go see. My cousin Carl approves of it. So anyway, that you can catch that in the description below. So this letter, Qoph, is the beginning of the word kodesh, right? Because you read Hebrew from right to left. And so we see these three letters make up kodesh, right? I think the last one, sin. I'm not sure what the second letter is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Not lamed. I can't remember. Maybe it is. But Qoph, this sun horizon, this is actually the first letter in the word kodesh, which means holy, which means set apart, right? Below me is like a cartoon drawing of the tabernacle. And in here is supposed to be the Kodesh place of Kodesh places, the holy of holies, right? And so that's kind of cool. This letter is the beginning symbol of Kodesh. Hey, man, get that out of my ear. So loud. Shofars. Anyway, so here is the acrostic for this letter. And this acrostic, as you've been seeing in the last couple of videos, this acrostic helps us summarize what this passage is about, right? So, and I'm referring to, you can see it in the corner way over here. Let me move my head. There you go. Right here. Psalms 119, verse 145 through 52. This is the verse these are the verses we just read, which is kind of cool. So the acrostic goes, when I question your answer, I obey you and place my hope in you, Yah. That is Cool. And you can see right here we have Qoph. How you spell it in English doesn't matter because we're just trying to phonetically spell it the best way we can pronounce it, how it's supposed to be pronounced in Hebrew. So this is a great way to summarize what David was talking about in that passage. When I question your answer, I obey, and you place my hope in you. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love Psalms 119. It might be one of my favorite Psalms of all time. So good. Now, let's talk about Resh, because I promised you 2 words. That's kind of cool. Look at this guy. Hold on. That my head? We look the same? I think we look the same. All right, here we go. This is the Hebrew letter Resh. Take a look at that. So over here looks like a R, which is kind of cool, right? It and if I'm correct, I had to like write it down right now for a second. It's a backwards kind of R, right, for Resh, which is kind of cool. Looks like an R in English, the symbol we put for R for English. Over here, though, this is very interesting. The pictograph of this letter is the symbol of the head. I don't know why it has to have hair. I feel personally attacked by that. But I don't qualify, I guess, for this letter. I don't know. But the point of this is a head or a person or first. And so it's not just to symbolize, a noggin like this one, right? Kind of keep it buffed. But it also symbolizes the position and the authority, right? The head is someone who's a priority or someone who comes first. Like all you guys have the head of your house. But we're going to look at some supporting scriptures to help us break that down. Take a look at that. So first, let's see what David has to say about this. So now we're at verse 153 and we're going to read through 160. So check this out. It says, look upon my affliction and deliver me, for I do not forget your law, your Torah, right? And obviously these yellow lines are referring to the fill in the blank. So we'll breeze through there after this. Plead my cause and redeem me. Give me life according to your promise. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they do not seek your statutes. Great is your mercy, O Yah. Give me life according to your rules. Many are my persecutors and my adversaries, but I do not swerve from your testimonies. I look at the faithless with disgust because they do not keep your commands. Oh, man, David. Consider how I love your precepts. Give me life according to your steadfast love. The sum of your word is truth, and every one of your righteous rules endures forever. That's so good. So here's the fill in the blank. Feel free to catch this in the description below if you want to fill this out and keep it with you. It's a fun activity with you guys. It's just a fill in the blank of Psalms 119, right? All right, so a couple things to pay attention to. We talked about this letter meaning head or person or first. And so if we look up here, if you look at the word head, right? The word head, ros, I'm not sure how to pronounce it in Hebrew, but it starts with the Hebrew letter Resh. Head literally starts with the Hebrew letter Resh. You see that symbol right there? Very similar to that symbol right there, right? Right? Meaning of head. So this is a verse from Colossians chapter 1, verse 15 through 18. Let's read together. He is the likeness. He is the likeness of the invisible Elohim, the firstborn of all creation, because in him were created all that are in the heavens and all that are in the earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or rulerships or principalities or authorities, all have been created through him and for him. And he is before all. And in him all hold together. And he is the head. Boom. Literally. Remember, we saw a head right here. The beginning of the word head starts with Resh. Over here, the pictograph symbol, head, literally the symbol of Resh is a head. And then we see right here being used again. He is the head. He is the first, the priority. He is the head of the body, the assembly who is the beginning of the firstborn from the dead, that he might become the one who is first of all. And then we also see a precept here in Numbers chapter 1, verse 4. This is where this letter is from. It's coming from this right here, because obviously this wasn't written in Hebrew up here. But Numbers, everything in the Old Testament was. Numbers chapter 1, verse 4. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers, right? So the head of the house, the priority, the first, to be the head of something is to be the first of something, the leader of something, right? Your head is the leader of your body. If you think it, your mind controls what you want the rest of your body to do. Some things on your body are involuntary, which means they control themselves, like you breathing or sometimes you blinking, things like that. But for the most part, you have control over your body, and it all starts in the command center, the old noggin up there, right? Really, really cool. Awesome. Okay, and let's go to the acrostic. Really, really short episode we have for this one, but this is Resh. Renew my life, O Yah. Your compassion, we had to split the S in there. Your compassion is never ending like the heavens. Renew my life, O Yah. Your compassion is never ending like the heavens. And this is the way we can sum up what Psalms 119 is all about. We appreciate you tuning into this episode. Guys, this is the second to last one. The last video we have on the Aleph Bet series is Sin and Tav, which I'm super excited to close this out. But again, check out the description for those downloads, fill in the blanks, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace be with you. Shalom. Hey, we hope you enjoyed this recap session, and hopefully we can see you in the 144 Kids on Shabbat, which is every Shabbat. That is Saturday if you need a hint. We take the first Shabbat of the month off, but these videos will be uploaded as soon as we can. If you haven't already, or maybe you just forgot to, subscribe here on the channel to stay up to date. Sign up to join us live for 144 Kids. And remember, Yeshua HaMashiach, our Messiah, man, he's the way and the only way. All you need are the Father's laws and commandments, his Torah, those Moedim, his feast days, those family holidays, and Yeshua, our Messiah. That right there, that's what we need moving forward. Man, we love you, and we cannot wait to see you in the next video. Hopefully we see you live on Shabbat. Until then, shalom. Peace be with you.